Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Hey everyone, just want to chime in here, let you know that we had some audio problems for this episode. Unfortunately, our audio recorder did not work, so the audio you're hearing is coming from the camera. I apologize. This won't happen again, all right? Okay, enjoy the episode.
I like glasses on you like that. What?
Say the intro!
I'm gonna say it, don't rush me. No, don't restart it, we're good. It's fine.
Alright.
Yeah, it's casual, right?
Whatever.
Hey, welcome to the Screen Theory Podcast, where we talk reviews, opinions, and theories on movies and TV on screens big and small.
I'm Nate, he's Drew, and today we are going to do some theorizing about upcoming projects in the MCU.
Yeah. Well, I think also we should talk about superhero fatigue. That's the first thing I want to talk about. Do you think superhero fatigue is real? Are you feeling the fatigue?
In the MCU, with all their shows that came out, yes.
Yeah.
I felt some serious superhero fatigue. When it came to after the second Spider-Man movie, all the shows they were just pushing on us, it was like you couldn't even keep up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like stuff.
I'm a super huge fan of the MCU. Like, I love the MCU, but I just felt like I couldn't stay in tuned enough with everything that they were pushing. But for superhero fatigue, like a person like Iron Man, or like when I saw Captain America in the Doomsday trailer, spoiler alert, absolutely, like, I was super ecstatic for that. Like, some of those big blockbuster movies will never have superhero fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
But when they start kind of pushing the smaller shows and some of the other stuff where you need to have watched it in order to understand what's going on in the bigger movies.
Yeah. That
to me is a little bit of superhero fatigue.
But isn't that what we want, though? We want interconnectivity. We want a grander, broader universe.
But what is... I'm not hating on this show, so don't come after me, but I'm saying what does Moon Knight...
I love Moon Knight.
I do too, but what does it have to do with the bigger picture of the MCU? You know what I'm saying? I'm not hating on Moon Knight. I'm not hating on Moon Knight.
Well, a lot of people do.
I know. I don't think
I don't even think they're gonna make a season 2.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Like it.
I don't think it was the best show, but it wasn't the worst show they've put out. You know what I mean?
It wasn't.
So it's not I'm doing this to say I hate the show, or superhero fatigue. But that was one of those shows where it's did we really need that?
Maybe you were feeling superhero fatigue at that time.
Maybe it could have been.
Yeah, you didn't see the need in it. I was drawn into that show because I thought, it seemed like a really cool character. I think the costume alone kind of pulled me in because he looks really cool.
Yeah, he does.
I think people really didn't like it for some reason, but I thought it was really
It's a
cool.
little confusing. You gotta I know you like Greek.
No, well, I like all the
Yes.
mythologies, but I'm particularly drawn to the ancient Egyptian
not Greek.
mythology. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think superhero fatigue is more just exactly what you said, where people are realizing that they need to watch so much to understand what's happening in the movie that's in the movie theaters at the time. You know, I think post Endgame, that's where it started to get worse because you felt like things really came to a head in Endgame. Everything paid off. They they finished it there, but at the same time, they're still paying off things from the Infinity Saga. There are still things that, they will nod back to, and you might not understand if you haven't.
The
watched.
multiverse. They're tying into that all the time.
An example is Captain America: Civil War. It literally was a sequel to the first ever Marvel movie, The Incredible Hulk. So
Civil War?
No, sorry. Did I say Civil War?
Yeah.
I
was like, what?
I almost said Brand New Day.
I was so confused.
Sorry, what is it? Captain America...
Oh, Brave New World.
Brave New World.
Yeah.
Lost it for a second there. Yeah, Brave New World was basically a sequel to The Incredible Hulk, which came out before Iron Man.
Right.
So,
and Captain America, right?
Captain America came out after Iron Man 2. So.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Yeah. But... Yeah, I think superhero fatigue is just a byproduct of there being so much content. And I don't really know if I necessarily feel it. I'm still absorbing all the content that I like. I mean, there's been a couple things that have come up that I don't really care to
Yeah,
because I know that it's not made for me. And I think that's where Marvel is kind of causing this problem themselves, because a lot of the content they're putting out has not felt like it's been for their core audience, like the audience that was there throughout the Infinity Saga.
The original six.
Well, it feels like some of the content they're putting out is trying to broaden their audience into a space that I'm not sure Marvel really belongs. This is a personal opinion. I watched a little bit of the Wonder Man show. I only watched, I think, 1 or 2 episodes, and it wasn't for me. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to watch a show about an actor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and some people are. It's what it is. It's just an actor who has powers, and I'm sure they'll do something with it later in the episodes, but the first episode did not hook me. And I think it's a very important thing. You need to hook your audience. Some people really liked it. So, if you liked it, I'm not trying to, yuck on your yums, but it's not my yum.
Yeah, it's good. That's good.
That's fine. That's fine. Not everything has to be for us, but I think a lot of the stuff that's been coming out seems like it's not for us.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're neglecting us a little bit. So that's where I'm feeling superhero fatigue.
Yeah, so like when you introduced me into the MCU way back when.
I did.
The first Marvel movie I ever saw in theaters was Endgame.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know, it's pretty insane.
But I'm so glad that we got you ready in time to see it.
Absolutely. Well, actually no. The first movie I saw in theaters, it might have been Infinity War. With you.
That might be more likely.
Because I remember having to wait that full year.
Oh,
and it felt like an eternity, and being like, why am I having to wait?
I think you're right.
For this
it was
movie.
Infinity War.
I think so too, yeah. Because we started with the Iron Man, we started with, going throughout the whole trilogy, like not the trilogy, whatever, the whole saga.
I can't remember what order we watched in. I can't remember.
It was the right order, but now it wouldn't be the right order because of more movies that have come out.
Yeah.
But
that's a whole thing to talk about too.
It is.
We could one day probably talk about or breaking down the best way to watch the MCU.
Yeah, that's a good one too. But 2, for me, like watching those original movies with, like I said earlier, the original 6.
Yeah.
In the first Avengers movie, you have the 6 of them. Like that's who you see, and then they slowly start to expand. Throughout. Then you get to Age of Ultron, you have more heroes, and that I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I love that. But then you get to like Endgame, where you have like literally hundreds and hundreds of heroes. Where like if you don't fully understand what's going on, then you're kind of stuck in we understood because we watched all of it, and loved every second of it. But now they're huge, and now they're doing the multiverse.
Oh yeah.
Very interested to see how that's going to work out. We're going to talk about that later.
Well, are you feeling
Doomsday.
Multiverse fatigue? Because that's another thing going around.
Yeah, I want to say yes, but also you can't say no when you have Tony Stark and Chris Evans coming back.
Yeah.
I can't say no to
I can't
multiverse
either.
fatigue because of that fact. If they weren't back, then I would say yes.
There will become a point where I can say no. I think we're reaching that point.
Yeah. It depends on what happens with Doomsday.
The multiverse should only save you so many times. So
yeah,
we'll talk about that more in a bit when we talk about Doomsday. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's about having a plan too. I think, like you said, the original Infinity Saga, those setting up the original Avengers. I think they did it with they had a plan in place.
They had intent.
I mean, they didn't even know Iron Man 1 was going to succceed, and there's an end credit scene with Nick Fury.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That's true. It's pretty ballsy for them to even have brought in Sam Jackson to play that character that early when they didn't know it was even going to work.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing with that whole plan. They knew what they were doing.
It seems like it.
And now
it doesn't seem like they
after
do
Endgame,
now.
it does not seem like they.
Maybe they do now because they brought in the Russo brothers.
Maybe.
But post Endgame, maybe there was a direction, but I felt like everything didn't have a plan to interconnect.
Yeah, I mean,
we've had more content post Endgame than before Endgame.
Is that including shows?
It's including shows.
Okay.
But more content and less interconnectivity. There's been a couple things, but some major things that they've just never addressed. I'm trying to think. There's been a couple credit scenes that they haven't done anything with. I've lost track at this point. I know there's a bunch of stuff. I mean, even Shang-Chi, that's the proper way to say it, Shang-Chi. I wasn't a big fan of that show, or that movie. missing out. I wasn't a big fan. A lot of people are, and it still hasn't got a sequel. And if it was successful, which I think it was, Marvel should have already put out a sequel. It's crazy.
Yeah, I would agree. I know it's not really on topic, but I did actually like that movie.
You like Shang-Chi?
I rewatched it again. We went with the in-laws to Hawaii, and I watched it on the plane. Really liked it. But let's get back on topic. I know we've talked a lot about Marvel superhero fatigue. Do you want to talk about any DC fatigue? Do you want to talk about Star Wars fatigue? Or do you want to just stick to Marvel? You want to just stick to Marvel?
I mean, yeah, I guess superhero fatigue doesn't apply to just Marvel, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm feeling it for DC because I feel like there's some hope for the
excitement.
future. I'm excited. I'm excited about what's happening there. So no, I don't think I'm feeling any fatigue with superheroes or superhero fatigue in general with DC. But Star Wars, I don't know. There's been a couple projects that I think have really been low for the Star Wars universe. And I think Star Wars as a whole has suffered from it. Even you were just talking about how much you like Solo.
Oh yeah.
I like Solo too.
Oh yeah.
And it did horrible at the box office because it came out right after The Last Jedi, and everyone was not liking The Last Jedi, so
the
they
worst
didn't go
Star
see
Wars movie.
Solo. I remember just friends that I knew, I was like, guys, you should go see Solo. It was so good. And people wouldn't go see it because they were just so upset by what was happening in them.
That was supposed to have more episodes, right? Not movies.
The ending of Solo shows Darth Maul. And there's a lot of backstory there with Clone Wars, the animated show, and Rebels, that he's actually alive and doesn't die in episode 1. And honestly, Darth Maul is one of the coolest Star Wars characters. He's actually got an animated show coming out.
I have seen that, yeah.
I'm really excited about that. But yeah, no, I wish Solo would have gotten its sauce.
So bad.
It's Time in the Sun.
It's such a good production.
It was great. I mean, the guy who plays Han, it's like you're trying to act as Harrison Ford, and I feel like that's the only part of that movie that I can probably say that. I mean,
I thought he did good.
Well, he did good, but he's not Harrison Ford.
Yeah, no one is.
I remember at the time when they were making that movie that there was a kid. He wasn't really an actor, but there was a kid on social media. Actually, he was an actor. He played a young Harrison Ford in a movie with Blake Lively. I forget that movie, but he played a young Harrison Ford. He sounded just like him. He looks like him. And I remember he was campaigning to be Solo or Han Solo in that movie, and they didn't give it to him. I always wonder like if that would have been a better route for it, because I don't know. It's so weird when you're trying to act like an actor. Maybe that's a little bit frowned upon in the industry. I don't know.
Not if you're supposed to be acting like them.
Yeah.
Should it be? Or trying to replicate their performance.
It's probably about like, oh, you're copying what they did, and that's not it's not as respected as like doing your own thing.
I think it's
a problem I have.
Impressive.
It's impressive.
It's very
really,
impressive.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's the kind. I love doing impressions and things.
Yeah.
But in the actual like Hollywood industry, I don't think they'd like to do that so much for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
He also probably wasn't a very experienced actor, and they probably didn't want to put the Star Wars on his shoulders. But I don't remember his name. Or should I do his name?
Big weight.
You guys could find it if you look it up. There's a movie with Blake Lively and a young Harrison Ford. So I know. I think Star Wars is leading in a hopeful direction. I think Dave Filoni is trying to sew together some of the parts of Star Wars that feel like they need a bit of connectivity. So I like that he's kind of in control of things right now. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm hopeful for both DC and Star Wars.
I would back you up on that. Yeah.
And I'm hopeful for Marvel now that we know that the Russo brothers are involved.
Yeah, we just kind of went through a span where it was just series after series after series where they were just throwing it at you, and some of them were good, some of them were not as good, but you just felt like you had to watch them.
Yeah.
And
I enjoyed watching what I felt forced to watch.
Yeah. I didn't always.
Sometimes there were a couple that but
yeah. And that's just part of it too. You go through your ups and downs.
And thankfully I think some of the shows are less important to watch. So,
I agree. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we kind of touched a lot on superhero fatigue. So now we want to do what we do best on this podcast, and that's theorizing about the future. So
we love to theorize.
Theories are what we do. So there's a lot of good projects coming out this year. I kind of want to just like list them out and kind of go through
Yeah.
them one at a time. We got Daredevil coming out. Daredevil Born Again season 2 hits Disney Plus on March 24th, 2026.
Do you know how they're releasing that? Is it going to be
I don't know.
one episode a week?
Well,
Maybe they'll probably release with 2, and then they'll go back to.
I can't remember what they did for Born Again season 1. I want to say that they had like 3 episodes out at first, and then we're doing week by week. And I think there was only 8 episodes.
9
episodes.
9. Yep.
Okay. So maybe they'll follow the same pattern. I miss the old Netflix.
Just dump it.
Dump it on us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I love binging.
Netflix doesn't even do that anymore. Now they just split in the middle.
Right.
They just split.
with Stranger Things they did that.
Yeah.
They broke it down to what was that, 3 parts?
Yeah.
It was a little bit
Insane. And they all release on holidays.
Just drop it all.
Just drop it, dude. You're not gonna get any more views.
No, just drop it all.
Just
no, I might not
drop
be
it.
sure. They probably do get more views.
Nah.
It's the
Nah.
classic
We want more?
water cooler theory, where people talking about it with their friends, telling them that they're watching the show, gets other people to watch it. But once the hype has died and no one's talking about it anymore, then they lose that. So that's why they do that.
We still have to talk about the end of that show.
The end of Daredevil?
No, Stranger Things.
Oh, the end of Stranger Things. We'll talk about that.
That's a future date.
Yeah.
That might have to be a whole episode.
Is it even worth it?
Maybe it might be too
well,
long.
you know
no
what?
one cares.
No, we definitely will, because I know that there's like an animated series coming out for Stranger Things, and we can talk about that.
Yeah.
When that's coming out.
Yeah.
I also know that they announced they're going to be doing some type of spinoff, but kind of unrelated to the Stranger Things characters.
Yeah.
And probably even time. So I don't know. Okay, so getting a little off topic here. So yeah, we have Daredevil Born Again coming out, Disney Plus, March 24th. Then Spider-Man Noir coming out, May 25th. Then Spider-Man Brand New Day, July 31st. Vision Quest is just late 26 right now, late 2026. We don't know exactly the date. But then we have Avengers Doomsday, December 18th. And Dune.
Why are they doing this?
Is apparently also coming out on December 18th.
Oh.
Now, this has happened before with movies where, they get a little mixed up with their dates.
How do you get mixed up with your dates?
Well, I don't know, but I feel like Avengers is not going to move because all of their teasers, which Dune doesn't even have a teaser right now, all of their teasers have a locked date. And I think that is purposeful. All their teasers, after you watch the teaser, there's literally like a time timestamp.
Yep.
So I think they're trying to put their foot down and make Dune move. Dune should move. Let's be honest. Dune should move.
I mean, Dune's always released in December around that time though.
Has it?
Yeah.
I don't remember the release dates for all these movies.
I'm having a hard time picturing either one of them move, and I don't know if this is true or not. So people can correct me if I'm wrong. This might just have been like a whatever. But I've heard that Dune has 3 weeks rights to IMAX.
Yeah.
After it's released. So I don't know how that's gonna work.
That's critical.
It seems like if anyone's gonna move, it seems like it has to be Doomsday.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see what's happening.
Because I do not want to see Doomsday.
No.
In non-IMAX theaters.
You can bet I'm not seeing it on a normal screen.
Drew and I have had some serious arguments about going to see movies not in IMAX.
Well, then I converted you.
No, you haven't.
Well,
this kid will not go see a Marvel movie, if it's not in IMAX.
I don't see blockbuster movies.
Absolutely ridiculous.
For the first time.
No.
I have gone to see movies at like a second or third showing on a standard screen. I want my first impression to be on a big screen.
We were in Florida, Drew. Do you remember this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We were in Florida a couple years ago, and we're flying back. Our flight got delayed. We were supposed to go see, I don't remember what Marvel movie it was. It was some Marvel movie that was being released. It was in IMAX originally for our original time. We were all going to go to the airport and go straight to the theater, basically. Our flight gets delayed, so we're going to miss the IMAX.
Was it Ant-Man Quantumania?
It might have been.
It was Quantumania.
You're right. So we were going to miss the IMAX, and we're like, Drew, we can just, there was like 8 of us. Drew, we can just book the non-IMAX one. He had a breakdown in the airport and would not go see the movie in non-IMAX. No. I was so mad at you because it's like when you do something like that, you kind of keep the vacation going. And Drew was just like, I'm not seeing the movie in IMAX. I'll go see it a different time.
I think I was pretty grumpy that day for other reasons too, but that was...
You probably were, and I don't know why, but it pissed me off, dude. I was so upset. I was like,
I
Drew.
remember you being that angry.
Well, yeah, because there was like 8 other people there.
Yeah.
And I was like, Drew, it's Ant-Man Quantumania. Like, it's not going to be that good.
Okay, it's just that I have, like, I mean, I
Your
don't-
wife has softened you, and you're nicer now.
What?
Yeah. You're
don't
nicer
call me
now.
soft.
I didn't say you're soft. I said
Soft.
you're nicer now.
Nicer now.
You're a good boy.
Hey. I don't agree.
Oh, so you're a bad boy?
Dude, I can't. See, I'm about to say something on the microphone that I know I'm gonna cut out, so I just gotta shut up. Okay, let's get back to it. No, I don't like to see, any blockbuster movie on a standard screen because it looks tiny. And most movies nowadays, at least the blockbuster ones, are filmed on IMAX cameras. So you should look at it like
No, I agree.
They're cutting out like a third of the movie,
100%.
and I want to see the whole movie.
It's fair now.
I think it's valid.
Some of these bigger movies, Ant-Man Quantumania, no.
Again, I liked Ant-Man Quantumania. A lot of people didn't like it. Did you like the movie?
No.
I liked it.
Oh, dude. Oh, man.
I liked it.
We can't talk about that. We gotta
We
stay on
can't.
track.
I know.
But
I thought it was next.
people roast him in the comments, please.
Well, it's
Roast.
just my opinion. I had a good time. What can I say? I had a good time. All right. So we listed out all the stuff coming out. Let's jump into Daredevil: Born Again. So you just finished season 1 last night.
No. Oh, yeah.
Oh, today. You finished it today.
Yeah. Well, I had like a couple minutes left. I finished it more yesterday.
You didn't watch the whole. You didn't watch the whole last episode.
I work early in the morning, bro. I had to go to bed.
You
I
didn't see
was
whatever the
exhausted.
final scene was then.
No, I did. I finished it today. I'm saying like
Oh, so you did finish it. You finished it today.
the last like 5 minutes, maybe 10.
How can you get off the couch with 5 minutes?
Oh, I don't watch it on the couch. I watch it in my bed.
Okay, how can you get out of the bed with 5 minutes left of an episode?
Finish
the episode.
Get out of the bed.
No.
I just turned off the TV and went into bed.
That's a psychopath behavior.
No, that's normal behavior.
No, it's not, buddy.
Listen, dude, I wake up at like 5:30 in the morning.
It doesn't
and
matter.
it's like 10:30.
It's 5 minutes.
I do it all the time. Ask Haley all the time.
Well, I'm telling you, it's like you're a psychopath.
No,
Let's ask the people here.
I just get more of an adventure.
Tell us in the
The
comments
next
whether you
day.
think that's crazy.
The next day, I just get more
The
episodes.
final episode, 5 minutes, and you
It
can't
was like
stay
10.
awake for 5
It
minutes?
was like 10.
Well, now okay, you're girl mapping me. What are we doing?
It was 10.
Tell me actually how was
I think it was 10.
Was it 10 minutes, 45 seconds?
It might have been 10 minutes.
Doesn't matter because you're crazy. That's wild.
It's normal behavior.
You have to finish an episode, especially if it's the last episode. I could give you if it wasn't the last episode. If it's the last episode, you have to finish the episode.
Ah,
Oh my gosh.
ah.
Well, whatever. You probably know enough.
Probably. I finished the show.
You just said you didn't.
I just said I did. I said I went to sleep last night with 10 minutes left, and I
Oh.
finished it today.
Okay, I still think you're crazy, but like at least you. finished it.
Gosh, I said that like 3 times.
I was misunderstanding you. Okay. Well, okay. So it's been. I watched it when it came out, and that was.
Probably what, a year ago? Had to
Uh,
have been, right? It's coming out in March.
yeah, I think it was about a year. So I did a little bit of a recap to this. So I kind of know. I'm back into it a little bit.
I'm personally very excited.
Yeah.
For season
I'm excited.
season 2/3.
Personally, season 1, I think it was my least favorite of all of the seasons.
Yeah, I had some problems with it. I did.
The opening was kind of it killed it for me. The opening was a lot of CGI, and I'm not used to that for Daredevil. I feel like Daredevil is always very grounded, and man, there was like a lot of wonky CGI.
Yeah.
I like to say wonky. I realize when
You
I'm
do.
talking about CGI.
You were a wonky willow frog?
I was a wonky willow? What's a wonky willow?
I was trying to say Willy Wonka. You were that
That was
from.
really wonky.
You were really Wonka for Halloween, and that's why I got. Whatever, that was bad. That was really bad. What did I even say? Wonka Willy?
Wonky willow.
Whatever. Move on.
No, like that whole fight with Daredevil against Bullseye in the building. It was hard for me to watch. There was some crazy CGI there. And I like when I mean, it seems like in all the other seasons, I'm sure there was some CGI, but for the most part, it just seemed like stunt guys jumping around, flipping, and that's what you saw on camera.
Probably.
So, I don't know. I didn't like all the CGI stuff. And I will say though, there were, I think, 2 episodes that might have actually been my all-time favorite Daredevil episodes.
Like the last 2.
The one where Daredevil is he finds what's the bad guy's name? The crazy guy with the painter.
Oh yeah. Where you like
oh shoot.
I know his name too. It's
Wait. Oh no, that's the trailer.
But you're talking about the dude. Yeah. I know who you're talking
got blood all over him.
Yeah.
Well, when he finds him in the sewers,
Yeah.
that fight scene was incredible.
He like gets off the train and like he's like looking in there and you just see him like
He's
appear
like,
out of the
"Look
lights. You see him appear like behind the train lights.
No, doesn't he? Well, yeah.
No, yeah.
He's just standing there, and the bad guy like looks over, and he's
No.
just
No.
Alright, I'm fabricating.
Do you want me to explain it to you? Or
No, it's okay. I have a good memory of it, but
he's like looking out the sewer, like, and then Daredevil comes running like in front of a train before the train runs him over,
Okay.
and he jumps in and beats the crap out of him.
yeah, I just remember that fight in the sewer being really awesome.
So
I remember
cool.
getting up on my feet and be like, "This is the greatest thing I've ever seen ever." So I really like that. Well, we have a thing where we're going to talk about some theories that we have and whether or not we like those theories. Should we interject that into our talking points here, or do we want to do that later?
I'd say we do that later.
Okay,
Because
we'll
what
do that
time are we at?
we're like 30 minutes in.
Okay.
So, yeah. All right. Let's just get through these kind of quick then.
Yeah.
All right. After we talk about all these, we have a couple theories for each of these that we're gonna break down whether or not we think that they're likely or not, or good ideas. The next project, Spider-Man Noir.
You didn't even ask really if I like Daredevil.
Did you like Daredevil?
Yes.
Did you like Daredevil Born Again season 1?
Yes. Because the last 3 episodes were absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, the scene with the Punisher. I personally love the Punisher.
Mhm.
He is just
Goated.
zinging out one-liners, dude. I mean, it's
Zinging out
crazy.
one-liners?
It's crazy. He has so many good things, but I can't.
Give me a Punisher one-liner right now.
I can't repeat him on the pod because
Can't do the voice.
he uses bad language.
Oh, that's true.
We don't use bad language on the show.
Beep, beep, beep.
yeah. But his action scenes are really cool. I loved him with the long hair. I wish he would have kept that for like the end because he's just such a.
Nah, he looks fresh with that low taper fade.
I know, but he's a bad man with that
Actually,
long
it's
hair.
a high taper fade. Is that a thing?
Why are you even judging a man's hair, bro? I mean, I guess I was first, but you were out here
Yeah. I'm not,
giving direct hairstyle cuts.
I'm no, low taper fade is like super popular. I don't do a low taper fade though.
Yeah.
I like my hair kind of shag a bit.
So off topic. Anyways,
You brought up the hair. I was just following.
you brought up the low taper fade. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
he looks more crazy with the longer hair.
Okay, sure.
I don't understand his like method of why he just ran at a bunch of Fisk guys at the very end of the show and got captured. Karen asked him
Maybe he's got a plan.
to go help Murdoch, and he said no, and then he just ran to a bunch of bad guys. Whatever.
I don't think Punisher. I don't think Frank can hold himself back from effing some people up.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But I also don't like Daredevil's not killing.
That's his thing.
I know, but it's so dumb, and it's so that's
No,
like it's a little repetitive because
that's like Batman. Like
I know, and I don't like Batman for it either. Honestly,
Oh, you love Batman.
I do love Batman, but I'm just saying, in this circumstance, when dudes are literally coming into his house with guns, and he's only not just he's like, no, Frank, no, and, he's just like freaking out at Frank for killing people. It's like, let the man do his thing. He's the Punisher for a reason. He is going to punish you.
I'll say this: when I watch Punisher, I'm with Punisher. When I watch Daredevil, I'm with
Punisher. If people are coming with guns into his house, Punisher has every right to kill him. That's the only thing he knows how to do. Like, there's one scene where Punisher literally puts bullets through this guy's head, and the blood is dripping from the table below, and
Are we gonna get marked explicit?
and Daredevil's like screaming at him. He's like, "That's enough," or whatever it is. And I'm like, bro, just let the Punisher do his thing. You're good. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm not
that's
for
the
that.
uncompromising nature of Daredevil. It's just part of his character.
There's no reason to be like that.
He doesn't like to kill.
Whatever.
We gotta move on.
We gotta move.
All right, Spider Noir, the Prime series, May 25th. I'm super excited for it. I'm a big Spider-Verse fan, so it feels like it's somewhat connected because it's the same character, same voice actor, Nicolas Cage. I've seen some people make TikToks predicting the way he might talk as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because he's got a funny voice. But I think I like him for this character. I think it's really cool. So here I wrote down the description for this show. Spider Noir is a live-action series based on the Marvel comic Spider-Man Noir. Spider Noir tells the story of Ben Reilly, an aging and down-on-his-luck private investigator in the 1930s New York who is forced to grapple with his past life as the city's one and only superhero. Pretty much just a typical description of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But it's in this 1930s New York aesthetic. And, they're releasing it in black and white and in color. And I'm a little annoyed that they didn't commit to the black and white because I think that's such a cool, creative choice. What?
It's 1930.
Yeah.
Not that many skyscrapers.
I don't know. I think
How's he gonna swing?
they weren't. Well, there were tall buildings, right? I don't know if that's a fact. You should look that up. They might have had tall buildings.
Let's look up 1930 NYC.
Yeah, look it up. I think you're right. They don't have
He's gonna be
tall
more like of a
buildings.
detective, though. I think in this one, right?
Yeah,
Is that what I remember?
He's a private
Yeah.
investigator.
Okay. So it's probably gonna be a little different than the classic. I mean, he's not even
Well, there's footage of him swinging in the trailer.
from 20-foot building.
Hey, Spider-Man swings from.
Hey,
wherever he's
I'm
not
about to
swinging.
look it up. Let's look. Okay, NYC guys.
What does it look like, John?
I see.
Yeah, I think the Empire State was around. Right, that's the Empire State. Yeah, he can swing on the Empire State. That's a really tall building.
Am I dumb, or did I not think we could build stuff like this in the 1930s?
Well, dude, the
Am I really
the
stupid?
20s was the what do they call that?
The booming 20s.
The roaring 20s.
The roaring 20s. Yeah.
That was the.
There's no way this was 1930s.
No, you know what it is? I remember this as a fact. The humankind, when it comes to innovation, starting in 1920, those the following 20 years, 1920 to the 40s, were
40s of World War II.
the quickest innovation that humankind has ever made. So
I believe it. I don't believe this though, because this is
I don't think Google's lying to you. That's probably what it looked like.
bro. It's got to be AI.
No, he's gonna be swinging on the Empire State.
It's got to be AI.
Imagine a shot of Nick Cage, Spider Noir, top of the Empire State, and then jumping off, swinging off, dude.
This is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
No, I'm excited for this show. I like the character a lot, and you're showing the camera.
There's no way.
They can't see that.
I know.
Yeah, he's a really cool character in Spider-Verse, so I'm excited. I'm wanting to see some more Spider-Man Noir content.
Yeah,
I'm a little annoyed that in the latest CMF Lego series, this is very nerdy. I like Legos. Okay.
I don't even know what
the
you're talking about, bro.
The collector minifigure series. Actually, it's not the latest. It's Spider-Verse one. They didn't give us a Spider-Man Noir minifigure, and I'm a little pissed because I want to put him on my daily Bugle tower. Anyway, moving on. This is gonna be a cool show. I'm counting on the days. May 25th. Too far. The next big one, Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Another Spider-Man. We get another Spider-Man. This is gonna be the first time we ever get a fourth Spider-Man movie.
Are they gonna do it right?
I don't know. From what I hear, Punisher's in it. That's your man.
I have heard that.
That's your
I
man.
have heard that.
Punisher.
I have heard that.
Also, Sadie Sink. From Stranger Things.
No, I know who Sadie Sink
Okay.
is. We haven't heard a lot about this movie.
No, they're keeping it a little bit under wraps.
Which
They were filming in downtown New York.
Yes, I know. There's a lot of posts about it, and I saw clips of it, but there was really nothing that gave away any spoilers. Like we're in March now. This is March 2nd.
I don't know what you want to call spoilers. I think there's been a couple villains revealed.
Yeah, maybe, but there's no trailers.
I'm gonna say this. I think they've been hinting at this for a while. Scorpion, I think, is gonna be a villain.
Yeah.
And Scorpion was in. I think he's been in both. Or I think he was in Homecoming a bit and in Far From Home. So they've been teasing him a little bit. It's one of the guys in the prison that Vulture gets put in.
Yeah.
So he's been teased for a bit. I don't know. There's spoilers are that Punisher's in it, Hulk's in it. Do you know that?
Confirmed? That's confirmed?
Mark Ruffalo.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's an interesting character combo. So I don't know.
Very interesting. I mean, are we gonna get kind of like a?
I'm liking the interconnectivity. That's what I'll say.
That is something that takes away from superhero fatigue. When you have excitement like this,
and it doesn't feel forced either.
It doesn't feel forced.
It's not really multiverse.
And it's building to something. It's building to something in Doomsday.
Yeah.
You know, this is going to correlate.
You know, this is a good point. I need Spider-Man Brand New Day to give me something to connect
It has to.
Doomsday.
It absolutely has to.
I mean, we got good connections with Fantastic Four and I guess not really Thunderbolts. I guess Thunderbolts connects to Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four connects to Doomsday. But really, Fantastic Four is our only straight line connection to Doomsday right now, right?
Well, what was the movie that released the? Was that Fantastic Four?
The last one, last Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That released all the stuff for they will return and.
It said the Fantastic Four will return in Avengers 2.
No, but the scene with Chris Evans.
Those are just teasers.
Those were just teasers. They released.
However,
yeah, you're right.
I should say this. I don't think I said this in our last podcast. I might that the teasers. What I heard from the actual Russo brothers is that those scenes that we're getting in the teasers are not actually in the movie.
Yeah, you told me that privately. I don't know if that was on the pod.
Because if that's the case, that means that they're giving us content to be aware of before seeing the movie.
Theorize.
We gotta think.
We're gonna have to break those down. Yeah, we're gonna have to break.
We should break those down. There's definitely something in there. I mean, yeah.
Does he get his memory back?
Hold on. We're talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. Let's get back to it.
Is he gonna get his memory back? Are people? Oh, not his memory. Are people gonna remember him? Yeah.
No. That's my prediction.
That is your prediction. Okay.
Now, maybe some characters might remember him, but specifically, I think this will specifically apply to Captain America. Captain America being a displaced time figure. Because he went back in time, and if he shows up in Doomsday, I could see Captain America being the only person who knows him.
I'm thinking.
Because he.
But hold on. Do Captain America and Spider-Man ever have an actual interaction where?
You're sounding really stupid right now.
I must be tripping.
Think. Spider-Man and Captain America.
Okay, I know they fight in Civil War.
Okay.
I know that, but I'm saying Captain America doesn't know Spider-Man's real identity.
Captain America knows a lot of stuff. I bet you he did research. I bet you he knows.
I don't know. Because the only interaction they have is Civil War.
You're right.
Because then he disappears after Civil War, and then it goes into Infinity War.
I feel like there's no way that Steve didn't figure out who he was. I mean, that whole time that we got, post Infinity War, Spider-Man died, and
that's what I'm saying.
He might have known that he was close to Tony, so maybe he would have found out who he was. I guess you're right. In the movies, there's no specific connection to Peter Parker and Steve Rogers, so that might be true.
But I still could agree with because obviously Peter Parker would recognize Steve Rogers.
Yeah. So
Steve Rogers.
Well, no, I would agree with you that if Steve never found out Peter Parker's name, that.
Well, I'm saying your theory could be right, where you're saying Steve Rogers is connected somehow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man would recognize.
No, but Tom didn't forget anything.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
We're talking about Tom.
Peter would recognize Steve Rogers though, and then Steve Rogers would obviously remember.
Peter recognizes everyone.
I know. I'm saying, but he would introduce himself to Steve Rogers, and then Steve Rogers wouldn't have the capacity to not know who Spider-Man is. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who he tells.
People didn't forget Spider-Man; they just forgot Peter Parker.
Yeah, I guess.
No, everyone still knows Spider-Man.
No, yeah, I know. What I'm saying is, Steve Rogers, if he does know, Or Peter Parker just introduce himself to Steve Rogers as Peter Parker. Doesn't matter.
But he could do that then.
Yeah, but
We need to move on.
we're talking about something. Whatever.
No, I think this brand new day is. I'm excited for it.
There's just not a lot on it. There's not a lot on it.
No, I'm glad they're keeping it on wraps. I don't like when they.
I hate it.
Way.
I wish they never would have.
I bet you were gonna have to for the podcast. I don't always love watching the trailers that these big movie companies put out because I think they just don't do a good job at keeping things from you that they should.
No, they do
just
not.
an example, like Spider-Man No Way Home. I wish they would have showed us that like the Green Goblin was in it.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. It was a great trailer moment. You get that part where he's throwing the pumpkin bomb.
Yeah.
On the bridge. I just wish that we could have got that
In the theaters.
Yeah, Marvel, come on, stop giving away all the fun stuff. Okay, Vision Quest. We don't have to talk about this one for that long. I know you're not like probably super. You don't probably remember WandaVision. So
I'm not even really super excited about Vision Quest.
But you liked WandaVision. I'm excited because I really liked WandaVision, and I've always been wondering what's happened to White Vision since the end of it, because he escaped the Hex and has just been probably floating around somewhere. I don't know.
You think he could play into Doomsday?
I hope so. I hope they connect everything. That's what I hope. I think like Paul Bettany is just, he's a great actor, so anything that he's in, I'm down for. I'd love for him to be in Doomsday. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with that character. I'm wondering if, there's been rumors that the Scarlet Witch is not dead. Maybe they'll show us that she's not dead in Vision Quest. Who knows?
Yeah.
Obviously the name Vision Quest, which I don't know, I can see that getting changed. I don't know, but Vision Quest sounds to me like Vision is trying to figure out who he is. That's what that show I feel like is going to be about.
Makes sense.
He's got all these fractured memories. He doesn't know what's real and what's not. So yeah, I think that's what it's going to be about. And I'm excited for it. Late 2026. Okay.
Does that not have a release date?
No, it just says late 2026. Yeah.
Interesting.
And you never know, that could get pushed next year. They do
Could
a
get
lot.
pushed.
So.
Could get pushed.
All right, so now we're back to Avengers Doomsday, December 18th.
Woohoo!
We talked about it a little bit already. I think it's pretty evident that we're very excited for it. I'm excited to see what RDJ, whips out with this new character.
Why did they announce it?
Again, same kind of thing.
Did we talk about that last week?
We did, yeah. I wish they would have kept that as a reveal, but of course, the
It's marketing.
the producers, they want to make money.
They have to.
They have to do those kind of things, but there's still a lot unknown about what's gonna go on with Doomsday, how it all works. This is a replacement villain for Kang, so everything they were setting up with Kang is now, Doom is taken over. So it's a little bit annoying that they left that so. I guess it wasn't open ended. The last time we saw Kang was he was in Quantumania and he kind of dies. But then you see that whole
arena,
scene of the arenas of Kang. But here's what I want. This is how they close that loophole. There's ways you can have masks on Kang so they don't have to use Jonathan Majors. I know we don't want to do that. But I need to see the Council of Kangs obliterated.
By Doomsday?
Let's just say this. It could be an opening shot in Doomsday. We see that amphitheater with all those Kangs.
That would be crazy.
And it's quiet. All you hear are the footsteps of Dr. Doom. Pan up, you see RDJ, the mask off, and he's just strangling a Kang, right? Darth Vader style, strangling the life out of him.
That would be
lets him go, or just fries him because he's got like magic abilities. Sometimes in the comics, maybe he doesn't. And I don't know. We'll see. And then, yeah, you just see that he's just killed every Kang, and now he's the big bad.
That's actually a really good theory.
That would be the best, best way they could open that movie. I need a closed loop for the Kang story.
Because I can't remember with Kang, was the issue with Jonathan Majors happening while the movie was coming out?
I think it happened after.
After?
Yeah.
Because I was going to say that could have been planned. to do it like that. And that's a really good idea.
Because Doomsday was originally called the Kang Dynasty.
You're right.
So it was going to be about him. He was
well, I know it was going to be about him, but I was just wondering when the things that happened with Jonathan Major.
Question is, will Doom like be assuming control of the multiverse? Because we have so much going on with the multiverse right now. Is that obviously this is the multiverse saga? That's what they labeled it. So I'm assuming. I mean, he's from an alternate universe, so. I don't know. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with Loki too. Loki is that whole layout of all the actors and the chairs.
Yep.
I think Loki was one of those.
I believe so. Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston. So I think there were a couple of people who weren't confirmed for Doomsday that maybe they will be involved. Maybe they won't. I want to say Doctor Strange didn't have a chair for Doomsday. And actually, I want to say I think I remember Tom Holland didn't have a chair. So, I don't know. You guys can double check me on that. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments.
What do you think Doctor Doom's history is going to look like? Obviously, we have RDJ playing Doctor Doom.
I have theories.
How do you think?
Want to hear my theories?
I do want to hear a theory about your.
I have a crazy, wild theory, and this is because everyone's so upset that they. Not everyone, but a lot of people are upset that they even just brought RDJ in to be Doctor Doom. There's a lot of expectation on Doom. He's a lot of people's favorite comic book character or comic book villain. I think there's one way they could do it that would possibly people might not be upset if they do it this way. So let's just assume that, or not make assumptions that the way Tony Stark looks is the way he looks in every other universe. Let's not make that assumption.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's play on the there's not a mistake, but maybe could be a hiccup in storytelling, or maybe it was purposeful. In Endgame, when Tony Stark meets Howard Stark, is that the dates of when Howard says his son is being born does not line up with the birth of Tony Stark. So
that's like actual fact.
Yeah, there's I think online you can see when you can see Tony Stark's birthday and then the time period, because they tell you where they go when in Avengers.
Right.
Go back to that base. He meets Howard Stark. I think he said something like, "My baby's about to be born," or maybe he even said like he was just born. I don't know.
He wasn't born yet. He wasn't born.
Okay. Well, whatever. I think I heard that those times don't line up, and so if that's the case, imagine this. Maybe, unfortunate. Maybe Howard Stark. Maybe something goes wrong with the pregnancy. Maybe they couldn't have a baby. Maybe he adopts. Tony, and Tony is actually Doom. Whatever. I don't know. What is his name? There's Victor Von Doom.
Victor Von Doom.
That's his actual name.
Yeah.
Let's say that was what happened. Like Tony Stark is actually Victor Von Doom, but in this universe he became Iron Man because he was adopted by Howard Stark. So then it kind of makes sense that things are flipped, and in this other universe, Doctor Doom is just a face that we know as Iron Man, but that's how it always was over there. I don't know. I think that could be kind of cool. I don't know how they go about explaining that per se, but
it'd be tough. I've heard my theory would kind of be, I think it's the more basic theory. With in Age of Ultron, obviously you have Tony Stark really trying to take over the Protect the World initiative, right? Where he's got all his drones, all his what does he call them? The Iron Legion, I think is what he calls them.
Oh, the Iron Legion. There's damage control.
Yeah, he's got a lot of AI robots, right? I don't know. I don't personally know the history of Victor Von Doom, where he comes from, what he stems off. Obviously, he stems off Tony Stark in a way, I think, right?
I think they're in the comics universe, they're kind of a competing force.
Okay.
A little bit. They're both like billionaires, and they're both pretty smart.
Well, yeah, my theory is potentially Tony Stark in a different universe went too far with creating that peace or whatever it's called.
This is what I think people don't want, though.
I know, but this is like the most, I think, broad theory, and it kind of makes the most sense in a way. It's not necessarily the easiest to do, but I really think that's how they're going to want to play it. Because they're not going to bring back RDJ not to play some form of Iron Man or step
Well,
up.
I'm hoping that he plays a dual role, and I hope that
I would love a dual role. I would love a dual role.
I personally, I'm not attached to Victor Von Doom from the comics either. If it is that where Iron Man just goes too far and you know,
I'm okay with that.
Let's say that his Doctor Doom suit is an Iron Man armor in some capacity.
I think that's my theory.
That could be really cool. But I know a lot of the audience, and I think there'd be a lot of hate for it. And I also think that the Russo brothers are big comics fans as well. They might know that. That's why I'm not sure they're actually going that direction. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious to see what's going to happen there. Personally, I'm okay kind of either way.
I'm okay either way.
I don't know. It could be cool if he was actually Iron Man and kind of goes back.
That's what I'm saying is I feel like it's going to be hard for them to bring back RDJ to play a different role and not have him play a role he played for 10 years.
But
that saved his career. Like he probably wants to do it himself as well.
Yeah. I don't know though. It was a pretty good ending for Iron Man. I would be hesitant to come back and play that character if I ended it that way. I would only want to come back to that role if there was something new. If there was something that wasn't gonna mess up what I accomplished. So that's why I'm wondering if they're doing something kind of different.
That's a good question.
So yeah, I don't know. Lots of good stuff coming up here, guys. All right, so now we're going to jump into a new segment that we're hoping to kind of make recurring here on the podcast. We're going to call it Theory or Trash. Theory or Trash. Pretty simple name. Basically, it's pretty intuitive here.
TNT, we can call it TNT.
Oh, TNT.
The beginners will know TNT.
Well, it's technically TOT.
No, you sometimes you skip the middle
It's
letter
TOT.
a lot. You skip the middle letter.
We're playing a segment called TOT,
called
Theory or Trash.
TNT.
Whatever. Okay, basically we have theories that we put together for each of these projects. Just one theory per project, and we're gonna talk about each one, whether or not we like it, and then that's pretty simple, really. Okay, so we're starting with Daredevil, season 2. Here's the theory. I've heard this around. I want to know what you think. I'm not sure if you're thinking the same thing here. The theory is that Foggy is not dead.
I completely disagree.
He faked his death. What do you think? It was some kind of ruse.
There's no way.
There's a rumor.
Well, how does that make sense? Because Vanessa ordered the hit.
Yeah.
Right.
But Foggy was all up in her business. He knew what was going on. I don't know.
Yeah, but the bullet or whatever hit. What's his name? That crazy dude.
No, the bullet. The bullet. Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Foggy
got thrown off the building, right?
No. Bullseye got thrown off the building.
How did Foggy get hit by a knife?
Foggy got shot in the neck. Or in the...
Again,
chest.
It's been a year since I watched.
He got hit right in the chest, brother. I think there is really no way.
Wait. So they totally
bleeding though, a lot.
There are jackets like the vests that you can wear that totally. I mean, even I'm sure there are vests that are meant to fake deaths like that where you shoot it and it's gonna put out liquid.
I personally don't think Foggy had any idea.
I think there's some comic backing for this theory.
Really?
That's why it's going around.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Then maybe.
From what I've seen a couple people say like, we're not like comics guys.
No.
So everything I know about comics, I kind of know from other people somewhat talking about comics.
Fair.
So I've seen TikToks. I've seen other people talking a bit about this, and sometimes they're like, oh, yeah, there's a comic line where Foggy fakes his death, and it's kind of similar to this. So I don't know. I would like to have Foggy back. I'd have to rewatch that episode.
I guess I wouldn't bet against it, but I would, like, if I was gonna give it like a. Are we saying TNT theory or trash?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to give you a good opinion? Do I have to say you're trash or theory?
Well,
because I'm saying trash, bro. Because I think he's gone, bro. I think he's gone.
Okay.
I think the whole premise of this show was Daredevil trying not to be Daredevil, trying to be Matthew Murdock, the lawyer, but he just got roped right back into it. I mean, I think in one of the first 2 episodes, he's like, "I will not be that guy. I will not go back." And then like 10 days,
I want him to be Daredevil.
And then I'm like, "Bro, just shut up and be Daredevil."
Yeah.
And then 10 days later, he's back to being Daredevil. So
I'll say this. I don't think I hate the theory. I think I need to rewatch that episode again and see if I really think there's a valid argument for it.
We might need to come up with a middle ground. So we have theory.
No, you can say it's trash, and I can say.
But I kind of like it. It's a theory. It's not like a I mean, I don't know if I'd say it's a trash theory.
I think you have to pick one.
All right, trash.
So you don't really.
I don't like it.
Is what that
no,
okay.
That's what I'm saying. We need a middle ground.
Okay, so you're okay with it happening.
I would
don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. We'll have to come up with our T word, whatever. Later. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out behind the scenes.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's possibly unlikely, but
for our options right now, I'm saying trash.
Okay.
What are you saying? I guess you made the theory, so. Can I say my theory now?
If theory means that I like it, then no, I'll also say trash.
Oh,
I don't think I like the theory necessarily. I don't think I need it to happen.
Yeah,
so,
I would be fine with that.
I guess now that Foggy's dead, I'm okay with him staying dead because I like when they commit to things. It's kind of cheap storytelling too.
I agree.
Just bring it back.
I mean, we just talked about how happy we are bringing RDJ back.
Yeah. Well, I like Iron Man.
All right, this is my theory for Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I think Punisher is going to be swayed to Fisk's side.
What?
I think Fisk is going to promise him something, some sort of information, and Punisher is going to become a little bit of like an advocate for anti-vigilante.
I think that's ridiculous.
It's
totally against everything that he is.
I know, but I just have a feeling he might do that.
No, I don't think that's possible. I'm calling trash in this theory.
Yeah, I mean, it probably is trash.
I think that's a lot of trash.
I mean, I love Punisher.
Take
and
that
I hope he
theory
doesn't.
to the dump.
Yeah.
I
hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think you can compromise Frank Castle like that.
I think
He's pretty uncompromising. He'll die for what he believes.
He'd put a bullet in
He'll
that
get
fat guy's
tortured.
head.
He'll get tortured for what he believes in.
You're probably
I
right.
could see this. I could see. I just don't know if it's possible because I think Wilson Fisk knows that Frank is manipulative and a bit of a like. I don't think Wilson would even go to him because he's already done that before.
Yeah, you're probably right.
He knows that Frank ain't gonna play around.
Yeah.
So
You're probably right.
Yeah, I don't think that's pretty likely.
It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot to ask you.
I did say we were doing one theory per thing. But we can.
I know this was just what I wanted to ask.
Okay.
That was what I wanted to say.
All right, let's move on to the Spider-Man noir theory. Okay, so here it is. The show begins as a grounded 30s detective story, but by the finale, Spider Noir discovers the other spider heroes exist across the multiverse, hinting that his world is connected to a larger Spider-Verse. Basically, I think this theory is about like it's almost like a prequel to Spider-Verse, or that it's kind of connected in a way, or we think that it's not connected, and that this is just a different variation of Spider Noir.
Are you saying connected to like the live action Peter Parker's?
No, well, it could be, but more specifically Spider-Verse because that's where he lives right now. Like he's also in those movies.
I mean, I could see it. Would it make more sense if it's a live action one that if he was going to be connected to anything, it'd be connected to the
I mean
the live action Spider-Mans rather than the Spider-Verse? Like if they were going to make it, if that was their theory, wouldn't they just make it an animated series?
Well, here's what I'll say. I think this is a Sonyverse project. It's not specifically like in the MCU. So I think they'll want to try to connect it to their other Sony properties.
Venom?
I think Venom is kind of done.
Well, it's still Sony though.
Yeah, but I don't think they're making it the Venom movie.
I guess
but
they have the
I could see I could see there being a Spider-Verse portal that pops up at some
I
point
can see it
in
too.
Spider-Noir.
It's too good. I can see it.
But I don't know what that means, because I know that like in Spider-Verse you see real humans sometimes. You see there's a scene where Miles is walking through the Spider Society and there's a version of the Prowler, like a live human version of the Prowler in a cage. So when they go through portals, I think they're supposed to kind of keep their look. And in Spider-Verse, he's animated. So I don't think our live action Spider-Noir can go through one of those portals and become animated. I don't know if you're getting what I'm putting down. But
No, I'm getting what you're saying. Once you go through a portal, you have to keep your figure. So if you're live action, you have to stay live action.
Then this shouldn't be the same
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the same.
I kind of wish they would have made just an animated
I agree.
Spider-Noir series.
I wish that they could have, if they wanted to.
And definitely just commit to the black and white. I don't even know why they're making a color version of it. All his comics, I'm pretty sure, are black and white.
Yeah.
It's weird that they're making a color version.
I agree. I'd say, see, this is kind of like another big theory.
So maybe this is a trash theory.
This might be trash just because of what we kind of said about the Spider Portal.
I guess, let me rephrase the theory. If the theory is there will be some connection to a multiverse or a Spider-Verse, I might say theory.
Yeah, I would say theory.
Because I think Sony really likes to connect their properties, even when it doesn't make sense.
True.
They do that a lot. They did it with Morbius. That was crazy.
Haven't even seen it, so.
Yeah, it was okay.
I've heard
if you don't watch the connected scene to Spider-Man.
I've seen that scene.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I've watched. I've just saw it with it.
All right. Okay. So now we're doing the Spider-Man Brand New Day theory. So after the events of Spider-Man No Way Home, the leftover Venom symbiote finds Peter Parker while he's alone and rebuilding his life, giving him the black suit and pushing him toward a darker version of Spider-Man. Do we think that the black symbiote suit is going to appear in Brand New Day? Do you remember the scene where the piece of symbiote is left behind?
I'm like trying to remember it because Venom, right?
Yeah,
is on the beach.
It was in No Way Home, but like didn't interact with any of it.
It was the end credit scene.
I think you see an end credit scene in Venom 2.
Yes.
And he gets like pulled through a portal, and then the end credit scene of No Way Home shows him at like a bar.
Yeah.
In the tropics somewhere, and then when he gets pulled back through the portal again, a piece of the Venom symbiote gets left there at the bar.
I think that is a theory.
Yeah.
I think so.
You think that?
Because there's no reason they wouldn't have done that unless it was for a purpose.
Well, dude, think about what that could mean. If Venom is in Brand New Day, we have the Punisher.
Hulk.
In Brand New Day, we have Hulk. So let's say that Peter's struggling with this black suit and gets it off him somehow. What if it gets on Hulk?
Ooh.
What if it gets on Punisher?
Ooh.
What if we see a Venomized Hulk or Punisher?
We're gonna see. I like that.
That'd be really cool.
I really like that.
Or in some capacity, if let's say this. What if it attaches to Frank, and Hulk is raging, and maybe you see a Venomized Punisher trying to fight the Hulk. Dude, that could be awesome. That could be really cool. I have to say theory at this point.
I have to say
I'm hoping this is
just with the fact alone they showed it as an end credit scene in 2 different movies to tie it together.
Well, the fact that it's I don't know. It's a Sony thing though. That's they're trying to connect their properties to Marvel, but now some of the Sony projects didn't go well. So who knows if the MCU is trying their best to stay apart from it, or they want to continue to try to stay connected. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I really think that was for a purpose. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because when have we ever had like a Sony production have an end credit scene in a Marvel movie? I mean, Morbius, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's the only time we get like a Sony connected.
But that's 2 different movies where scenes are interconnected into one.
Yeah.
From both, and then you have a symbiote left over.
I'll say this. If they do ever bring Venom into Tom Holland's Spider-Man universe, I want it to be Tom Hardy's Venom.
It has to be. It has to be.
It's
Tom
the
Hardy
best
Venom.
variation.
It has to
of
be
Venom.
Tom Hardy.
I don't even know if they could do it better.
They can't. Tom Hardy does an incredible job.
I would like Venom to be more evil. I'll say that.
No.
No, you want him to be goofy?
He's
I like
way
it.
too.
I like it, but I think sometimes he's a little too funny.
I think he's like this. He is always. They do such a. We're getting off topic. We'll have to talk about that later. But they do such a good job with when he comes out as Venom. He's always like super hungry and blah blah blah. And then Tom Hardy kind of gets control of his character.
For me, it's like mostly just like the look and the sound of his voice that I really really like.
Oh yeah.
I hope that when Venom appears with Tom Holland Spider-Man, he's like that.
If it's not, it's going to be a huge letdown. Yeah. And the scene will kind of suck.
Yeah. All right, so we have 2 more theories here, and then I think we'll call it for this episode.
I would agree.
2 more theories. One is for Vision Quest, and one is for Avengers Doomsday. So let's look at the theory for Vision Quest. When Vision restores his memories, fragments of Ultron's code hidden inside his programming begin to reactivate, revealing that Ultron may have secretly survived within Vision all alone. Ultron coming back in Vision Quest? What do you think?
I think if Ultron was going to come back, it'd be for Doomsday.
Really? Yeah.
I think somehow Doomsday would use him. Because doesn't Doomsday do that? Doesn't he? Or Dr. Doom, sorry. He recruits guys, doesn't he? Like I thought I've seen clips of him like...
I don't know.
Or does he work alone? I don't know enough about Dr. Doom. That's the problem.
I don't think he works alone. I think he does typically like partner up with some other.
Because that would be kind of a crazy partner up.
Yeah, but would Ultron even do that? Maybe a variation of Ultron. Ultron just wants to like destroy everyone in the universe.
Well, doesn't Doomsday? I guess Doomsday wants. Because he got Franklin.
You gotta stop saying Doomsday. You gotta start saying Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom, my gosh, it's like stuck in my head. I'm like staring at it on my phone. It just says Doomsday. Dr. Doom. That could be a decent theory. I would agree. I would say theory.
Well, we're talking about Vision Quest though.
No, I know. I'm still agreeing with the fact Ultron could have been, his code could still be in.
There's a scene, where like, actually, might be 2 different scenes where Vision like grabs Ultron's head, and it seems like they're kind of like connecting files. I don't know. I think it's possible, but I don't know if they're really going to go that way. Like I said earlier, I think that Vision Quest is going to be about Vision finding out who he is, and I think if they were to bring Ultron back, he's a huge villain. I'm not sure.
I don't know if they bring him back. I don't know if
there's space for another villain right now like that.
I think it would be more of like a voice in his head.
Oh, that's a good take.
I wouldn't say it would be like an actual Ultron. I would say Ultron would just be in his files.
He's got like the classic like the Vision is on the shoulder and Ultron's on their shoulder.
Yeah. I think he could have some like corruption of Ultron with inside himself.
Yeah.
Rather than like an outside version of Ultron.
Sure.
That would be my take.
Will he return to his original red and green yellow self or become Ultron? That's the question.
I mean, it depends if this even like we don't have a release date for this yet.
No.
So it might not even come out before Doomsday.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters though when it comes to this theory.
No, yeah, I agree, but like I was saying earlier, like if we were gonna say Vision, if Ultron were to take over Vision from the inside, if it doesn't even release before Doomsday, then it doesn't even matter.
I don't know. We'll see.
I
feel like the fact that they labeled it late 2026. I think maybe they don't have a specific date for it yet, but it seems like to me they want to get it out before. Before Doomsday. So
could be. Yep.
I don't actually know if it's gonna move. I feel like it probably will stick somewhere around there because I feel like maybe there's something in there that's tying into the movie. Who knows? Let's look at this last theory. This last theory or trash. All right.
TOT.
All right. Here's the theory. Dr. Doom secretly manipulates the collapsing multiverse so that when the universes collide, he can rebuild reality under his control and emerge as the ruler of the new universe. Is Dr. Doom going to take all of what's happening in the multiverse, get control of it, and become... I think there's a version of Doom where he's called God Emperor Doom. He's super sick. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen there's a clip? Actually, it's not a clip. I think it's like screenshots from a comic. They usually make it into a cool video. There's a scene where God Emperor Doom is standing in front of a huge Thanos, and Thanos has, I think, the Infinity Gauntlet, and he's like talking to Doom, like, "Who are you to tell me what I can and cannot do," or something, and then Doom just grabs his skeleton.
I think I might have seen this.
Grabs Thanos' skeleton, and he just evaporates the rest of him, and he's just holding a skeleton.
I might have seen that clip.
Yeah, I don't know. If we get God Emperor Doom in Doomsday, maybe we're gonna not get that in Doomsday. Maybe we're gonna end up getting that in Secret Wars or something. But
I would honestly not want to see that in Doomsday.
Yeah.
Because that would kind of feel very much Infinity War to Endgame type.
You don't think Thanos will appear?
No. What I'm saying is, you have, like, if you're saying, you know, Doctor Doom manipulates the multiverse and captures it and becomes the ruler, that kind of almost feels like the end of Infinity War, where Thanos kind of wins. You know, and then you have the Endgame movie where you know that they're gonna win.
Well, they're kind of doing that.
I know they are, but I'd rather have a different ending than that. Like, I would almost rather, instead of like the 5-year time jump we see in Endgame, I would rather see, before anything actually happens in Doomsday, I would rather it happen in Secret Wars. I'd rather have the anticipation of the build-up.
No, I think you'll get that. I think that the Russos are definitely going to build it up. In a similar way, though.
Yeah.
War,
I don't know. I don't know if I want to see that again.
It'll be different.
It is. It is. I just don't want the same feel.
I don't know. I don't think they're probably not going to do the same, like, 5-year gap thing.
Yeah.
They're not doing time travel again.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, they
hope
could.
not.
I kind of hope not to,
Yeah.
because how many times can you use that? Let's not, like, fall back on time travel.
I hope Doctor Doom somehow just closes the multiverse at some point, and
Do you think
the multiverse is just done?
Here's one final theory. Do you think that at the end of Doomsday, it's possible that only one universe is standing? Every other multiverse gets destroyed. And maybe Secret Wars...
Like fully destroyed?
Think about this. Maybe there's portals, maybe there's whatever. What if the only universe left is like a collided version of like all the different multiverses?
Oh, that'd be insane.
So we have variations of all these different characters. It's like what would you do when you're in Multiverse Saga? You want to end this by the biggest bang possible. We want to see so many different variations of these characters. We want to see variations of Captain America, variations of the Hulk, variations of Thor. That's the way you can do it. If maybe Doctor Doom is like, maybe he's like everyone else. He's done with all this multiverse crap. He just wants there to be one universe, his universe.
Yeah.
So he makes all of them collide into one, and then maybe Secret Wars is about reestablishing the order that was, letting the tree, the tree that Loki is letting that regrow. I can see that being like
I kind of like
story
that.
arc.
I kind of like it.
Puts it all together into one. By the second movie, everyone who's there
You could use
teams
Franklin
up.
to do it too.
He could use Franklin to do it. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I think we're onto something.
That could be it. I would like to see that. That's how you're gonna get all these other characters in these movies.
Yeah.
It's by colliding multiverses.
Final thing we talk about before we wrap up, because we're almost at an hour and 15 minutes here. So, what variations of characters would you like to see? Think about like
Daisy
we
Johnson.
We get
sorry.
some Quake action.
I would love to see some Quake action.
I'm down to see some Quake action.
But
But what about
for real?
What about like some evil variations of characters?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Mandarin.
Oh, that's a deep take.
That is a deep take.
Mandarin. Are you
Mandarin.
talking about like from Iron Man 3, or are you talking about like the Mandarin from Shang-Chi? Because the real Mandarin is the guy, his father from Shang-Chi.
I would say either one. It would be kind of funny to do the other one, but that's not really a serious take. It's more
What's
of a
the
joke.
actor from Iron Man 3? Guy Pearce.
Really funny guy, yeah.
I don't know if
I would like to see different versions of Ultron,
Okay, me too.
as long as Robert California
Yeah.
voices him.
Oh, it's got it. He's got the best voice.
Thanos would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
Thanos would be really cool.
Like
to
I want
see.
that scene. I told you I want that scene.
Yeah, Thanos would be really cool. Who else? I know I'm thinking of somebody I can't think of.
I want an evil Captain America. They're bringing back Steve Rogers. I want to see
Hydra Captain America.
Yeah, Hydra Captain America.
That would be
I've
cool.
seen so many things about Hydra Captain America, like comics stuff. That'd be so dope.
That would be very, 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 very cool.
And Iron Man. I want to see maybe a variation of Iron Man. Like I said, I'd like to see RDJ playing Iron Man again.
Yeah.
A different version, like not our Iron Man. He needs to look and feel different. His suits need to be.
But you're still
unique.
saying RDJ.
Yeah, RDJ.
But
like,
looking like Iron Man, like not the nanotech, but totally different looking Iron Man.
sure. I don't think I want Tom Cruise as Iron Man. You heard that?
No,
That was the thing a while
I
ago.
don't want that. I know.
Iron Man, make him Tom Cruise.
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
I don't want Tom Cruise.
Disrespectful.
But I can see like a new version of Iron Man. Maybe he's got these really sick, awesome suits, a different color combination or something. I don't know.
I would like to see a Spider-Man, different version of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
A more killing.
Miles Morales.
Ooh.
What if we get an
That'd be
animated Miles Morales?
World Breaker Hulk.
Wait, World Breaker. Oh, from
That's a big. That's where he like is massive.
dude. Have you seen Marvel Zombies?
I think so. Yeah. Isn't World
Wait.
Breaker Hulk in that?
Did you watch Marvel Zombies?
Yeah.
The animated show.
Yes. Yes.
Animated show.
Yes.
We never talked about it.
I've seen it though.
Okay.
At least most of
Are
it.
you talking about that Hulk? Like
Yeah.
the Infinity Hulk?
Yes.
Infinity Hulk? That was the coolest. That was
Yeah.
probably the coolest character design I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life.
Insane. Absolutely ridiculous. I know. I've seen that. I don't
Did
know if
that
I've seen all
show-
the episodes, but I know for a fact I've seen that
Okay.
episode.
Oh, if you haven't seen Hulk, you need to watch it. That was a fantastic show. If you've not seen Marvel Zombies, go watch Marvel Zombies.
That's a good one to
I
watch.
forgot about Marvel Zombies. That came out.
The What If
I think
show.
It came out earlier this year, and it was fantastic.
What If show was good too.
What If show was good. I think I liked the first season. Second season was not as good.
Yeah.
Is there 3 seasons? I don't know.
2.
2. Okay. Wait. What did I say though? Before we
We were talking about
Hulk.
the zombies, or we were talking about people we'd like to see.
Yeah.
I was
think
saying
said-
World Breaker Hulk.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think if we saw that version, it's not. I don't think we can see that version.
He'd be
But-
OP.
But maybe yeah. But maybe zombie variations would be cool. Some more zombie variations.
Maybe.
There's just unlimited things they can do. I'm sure the Russo brothers are having so much fun.
I would love to be ready.
Actually, well, I don't know if they filmed both movies back to back. I think they just filmed. They finished Doomsday like a couple months ago, I think.
Well, just
I
put it out there. No, that stuff.
And I think there's supposed to be a year gap in between this one. And
Oh,
You're gonna have to wait again, guys. That wait was brutal.
it was the worst way to.
I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do that again.
Oh, please
We're gonna
no.
have to.
Just release some like back-to-back days.
All right, I think we should wrap it up. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Screen Theory podcast. If you haven't followed us on all of our different social medias, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Definitely go look at our links. Follow us there. Follow, comment. Tell us what you think. If you have any awesome theories, we'd love to do a podcast where we can, hear some theories from you guys, and that's what we want to do. We want to talk about theories. We want to know what you guys think could happen, and we want to talk about it. We want to see what the best scenario could be for these upcoming movies.
Absolutely, we love it.
Awesome. Like we did.
All right, dude. Peace.